Hi, welcome to the live stream Vader Fest. If you didn't know it already, I'm Shane from Relative Time, and I'm joined with my Collection Conundrum co-hosts. We have Alton from Half Past Blog and Dave from Just the Watch. And Alton, what exactly are we doing here today? What is Vader Fest?
Well, I am really excited for tonight because a number of months ago, Dave came up with a $500 gift certificate from Jomashop. We met right here on this sort of forum. We picked 3 watches, but we had some money left over and we wanted to spend every penny that Joma was giving us. So we decided to buy a Darth Vader watch. And the one condition was, everybody, we had to review it, the full review treatment. And so I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I put way too much work into this video. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing Dave's. I'm looking forward to seeing Shane's. And we want you to tell us who should go first, who should go second, and who should go third. So I'll throw back over to you, and let's have some fun.
Yep, just threw up a poll, so vote on it, and we'll see who gets to go first with the video. They're all queued up, ready to go, so just give that a few seconds.
And Dave, where are you right now? You're not in your normal studio.
I'm on vacation. I'm actually at my brother's house in Tokyo area right now. So yeah, with all of my nieces and nephews and all my kids here, so it might get a little bit noisy where I'm at.
I see that so far Dave is in the lead with 56%.
What? I thought you were winning.
Yeah.
Oh, I pulled ahead. Yeah, I've got my 1-year-old here joining me. I'm hoping she'll decide to go wander off and play, but
you should play the backpack video. I think that would win.
Yeah.
At best video for tonight.
Yeah.
Well, while people are voting, last week I was asking you about which Casio G-Shock I should purchase. And I was deciding between the yellow one, which is $440, or the red one. Both are black, but the accents are red. And the red one was $240. So, any guesses in the chat which one I bought? Did I splurge and get the yellow one I really wanted? It's a yellow Rangeman. Or did I cheap out and give into my Scottish heritage and go for the exact same watch, but with red accents for $200
I'm saying
less?
the yellow one.
You decide.
I bet it was the yellow one.
But
I don't know. I mean, it could be. We got Pedro Fist says red. Oh, we got a couple of others. Some votes for yellow.
I am wearing a yellow G-Shock, but not that one.
Not that one.
Ah, yeah. How many yellow G-Shocks do you need, right?
Well, that's a great question. That's a great question.
That is really yellow. All right.
Yeah, it's 90s themed, so it's definitely yellow. I've gone with the red background behind me. I've got Vader and Stormtroopers, Palpatine's back there hanging out with Boba Fett.
Yeah, I see that.
Boy, red would match your shirt better.
A red just seemed to fit the theme.
All right. So looks
all right,
like
Dave, 63%.
Yep. Oh.
Anything you want to tell us about this video before we play it, Dave?
Yeah, just a warning. If you're wearing headphones, you might need to turn your volume down a little bit for the opening. It's going to be coming in hot.
Yeah. Trying to. Turn down the volume.
Today we're going to be taking a look at a Darth Vader watch from Bulbbots. Bulbbots produces a line of children's watches with the novel feature that the head of the watches will light up, similar to a light bulb. A quick look at their website to find out some more information about this fascinating company shows that they are probably out of business, given that their website is available for purchase. Availability seems to be a little bit sketchy. I got mine from Jomashop, but I believe they're sold out. I've seen a few on Amazon. Amazon as well. But given the apparent defunct state of the company, I would not expect much after-sales support from the manufacturer. This Darth Vader watch is marketed towards children. However, I was able to fit it onto my 7.5-inch wrist, thus proving that it is indeed possible for a grown man to wear this watch. The watch actually wears a lot smaller on the wrist than the dimensions would suggest. The watch is 43 millimeters across, and the height is a staggering 25 millimeters tall. The watch features a lugless design, and the legs and body of Darth Vader can be retracted inside of his head to further decrease the lug-to-lug distance. When Darth Vader's legs and body are deployed, the effective lug-to-lug is about 50 millimeters long, but when the legs and body are stored inside the head, the lug-to-lug is reduced to a very manageable 33 millimeters. Now, it is worth noting that when the legs and body are retracted into the head, the digital display is also hidden on the watch, so you can no longer tell the time. However, this does offer a degree of protection and functions very similarly to the JLC Reverso. However, this watch is priced at a significantly lower cost than the Reverso. And this is despite the fact that Darth Vader has a significantly higher name recognition than JLC does. But more likely, the low cost here is due to the low build quality and the very cheap materials used. This watch is made completely of plastic. It has no water resistance, and the digital display is among the cheapest and least legible that I have ever seen. The digital display has 3 readouts. You can see the time, the date, or the seconds. Viewing this watch under macro does not improve things. You can see that even fresh out of the packaging, it already has a significant number of micro scratches on it. So this is a watch that is best appreciated from a safe distance. Now, the primary selling point of this watch is that they were somehow able to get a hold of the Star Wars IP at a really low price. But beyond that, the secondary selling point is that this watch features a light-up head on Darth Vader. This gives a effect in the dark, which is not particularly impressive or appealing. But if you are under the age of about 3, I think you would find it quite amusing. Unfortunately, this light-up feature does not add any functionality to the watch, as only the head of the watch lights up, not the digital display, meaning that this watch is completely unreadable in the dark. In evaluating the $20 price point, I would say if you take into consideration the novelty factor, the fact that this is a Star Wars watch that has Darth Vader on it, and the humorous expression on Vader's face, you're still probably only overpaying by about $5 to $10.
That's fantastic. I was laughing hard at the Reverso bit.
I thought it was a fair comparison. You know, if I would, this is like, I think, you know, if I was going to compare it to any luxury watch, this is definitely the Reverso of the toy Star Wars watch world.
Oh, too funny. I didn't even think to do macros or to talk about the finishing of the case.
We got to do a full review here, man.
Well, to be fair, by the time you guys got it to me, the macros, it would have been pretty brutal. It's all scratched up.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, it went from me. I mailed it to Shane in Texas, and then from there up to Alton in Canada. So, and I guess it started in New York, right? Jomashop's based in New York. So it went from New York to Japan to Texas back to Canada.
Darth has been all around the world.
Shane, I think you're still muted.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
There you go.
I was saying what Alton was saying anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter.
He didn't have to take a destroyer. He went by UPS.
There you go. Anybody in the comments? What do you guys think about it? And while we're waiting for that, do you guys want to do like a wrist check?
Yeah, I already did mine. Dave, what are you traveling with?
Oh, that's right.
Right now, I've got a Casio on. This is I think it's the MWD 100. It's like the new one for this year. It's got a metal bezel. It looks exactly like a G-Shock. It is not. It's like the retail's $40 on it. So I think I picked up for like 30 here in Japan.
Oh, that's cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah, that's really cool. I guess I'm the odd man out because I'm not wearing a Casio. But I was trying to decide on what's the most evil empire-ish kind of watch I had, and decided to go with Disney Shinola. That says evil empire.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There we go. All right, so I guess we get ready for the next one.
Yeah, who's up next? We going just straight down the order?
Yeah, I think Alton had, 27%? I was only at 9, which I guess
Now,
nobody wants to see mine.
Yeah,
Don't take offense to that.
I haven't seen anybody's, either yours or Alton, so I'm curious to see what's coming up next.
Yeah. All right, getting it queued up. I'm going to try to turn the volume down as soon as it launches, so just
and prepared. By the way, I thought it was a $7 watch, so I think it's there's some misinformation in this video.
It's understandable that you would think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. No, we're putting the dishes back. Put it
back. All right. Here we go.
Close that. Close it.
The Sith Lord has returned, and this time he has teeny-weeny leggies. Look at those little things. Adorable. You can also tell the time and date on his teeny-weeny screeny. For some reason, one eye is much smaller than the other. Is he winking at me? Like, I can't believe they paid $7 for this? Probably. He appears to be wearing a pinstripe suit, and, in an uncharacteristic move, has forgone his trademark cape. Maybe the cape got in the way of pushing buttons, which are already a chore to do as is. The top button changes the time and date. The middle button switches between date and time, which is handy because if your 4-year-old is anything like mine, he needs to make sure he writes the correct date on his quarterly reports. The bottom button engages one of 2 tricks Vader has up his, sleeves? A light. But instead of lighting up the grainy LCD screen, Vader lights up his helmet. Because, well, why not, I guess. The second trick aids in ergonomics, as his little whittle weggies can tuck up inside his giant helmet like a turtle, and then spring out to strike without warning, also like a turtle. Although it should be noted that when it comes to snagging on a sleeve, the legs really aren't the problem. This guy is bulky and pointy, and not in a good way. At 25mm, it is just a hair thicker than a DW6900. But don't worry, the strap is great. Wait, did I say great? I meant the strap is. It is printed vaguely with Star Wars logos over its shiny slick surface, culminating in a gray plastic buckle. However, strap changes should be easy as it includes a quick release. I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure that the strap is vital to the structural integrity of the watch. To change the battery, you will have to take the entire watch apart. But don't worry, with that LED light trick, it is surely to last several seconds in the hands of your kids. I know I was supposed to wear this for a day before writing this review. Unfortunately, strapping this to my 8.5-inch wrist made my fingers go numb within minutes of Vader's merciless grip. This is not the watch I'm looking for. Toddlers with less than an 8-inch wrist should be fine though. I may not be their target demographic, so I asked someone within their intended audience to strap it on for me and give me his impression. And what were his thoughts on the Vader watch?
I might keep this one.
To be fair, I just showed him the latest Moonglow swatch, and his bar was set pretty low. In all honesty, if I was a kid, I could see the appeal. Pushing the legs in and out would have kept me entertained for at least 3 minutes straight, and that light too. Is 6 minutes of silence from a 6-year-old during March break worth $7? Yes. Yes, it is. Proving once again that when it comes to Disney, the Force is strong, and few can resist the dark side.
Well, I think you win, Alton. You went all out with the special effect.
I actually had to spend quite a bit of time figuring out some new editing techniques for the intro to that. I had no idea how to make
Yeah,
Star
that
Wars
intro is
logo
amazing.
or
Yeah, it was like a minute
the
long.
Darth Vader. It was a quarter of the video, yeah.
But that
Yeah,
was great.
that was awesome.
I'm glad you liked it. I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, so the breathing effect was that? Did you do that one yourself, or did you find a stock one for that?
Yeah, my allergies have been particularly bad, so I just recorded myself.
Just went for it.
All free, but you can get sound-alike music online that sounds like Star Wars but isn't Star Wars. And
You sounded pretty close to me.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to do something similar, but I went the cheesier route in the end because I was a little concerned about DRM stuff. But.
Yeah.
Well, I uploaded it a number of days ahead just in case it got flagged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've definitely pulled ahead in my book. You set the bar pretty hard. Let's see. I'm curious to see how Shane's going to top this one.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to follow that.
Shane's a pretty big Star Wars fan, though, right, Shane?
Yeah, it's more cheesy, but yeah, you'll see it.
I love cheese.
All right, are you guys ready for mine, or?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, rolling right into it.
Prepare yourselves, for you are about to witness the biggest, baddest stealth out watch in the entire galaxy. Sort of. I mean, you can't really get much more stealthed out than hiding the fact that you're a watch. Now this is, and bear with me here, the LEGO Bullbots Star Wars Darth Vader Kids Light Up Digital Watch. And the reason I have it, well, the short version is that it's all Dave's fault. But the longer version I'll put down in the description. But what you really need to know about this one is that it is a kid's watch. Or maybe a Jawas. Yet it can still fit the sci-fi discerning adult. Barely. With my 7¼ inch wrist, I'm about at the far end of its high-tech polymer strap. And unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to swap this strap to anything else. It just seems stuck there like it was bonded with carbonite. This one is about 43-ish wide, 49mm tall, and around 25mm thick. Which does seem kinda odd considering that it's a kid's watch. And it's still pretty fat even for an adult's watch. Sorry, Anakin. The polymer casing is obviously not completely scratch resistant, but as long as you keep to the high ground, it should last for a while. And right on the torso sits the actual watch, a very small, simple LCD display, which for whatever reason, you can push up into the helmet. Over at the right, there are a few buttons, and I know the one at the very bottom seems to turn on a light that's up in the helmet. Again, for some reason, it's really not that useful. I guess it's to help with some sort of exercise. I mean, the Force isn't really easy to master, so I guess they can't make it too easy to read. And then further on up, there are a couple more buttons. And I'm guessing these are the ones used to actually set the time. I think. I'm not really sure because they're so small that I couldn't quite press them with my adult-sized fingers. But you know what? I think that's okay. It's probably best just to leave it alone and let whatever time is on there be on there. Because it's never a good idea to push the buttons on a Dark Lord of the Sith. Bad things just tend to happen. So best just to be cautious and leave them alone. Bottom line, it's a fun, goofy, whimsical watch. And one that goes for about $20 on Jomashop. And for that, I'd say it's a fair price if it brings some joy to a child. However, in the long run, I think you'd be better off just going with some sort of cheap Cassie. Oh? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Okay, that was good.
That was really good. So many Easter eggs in that too.
Yeah, not sure if you actually learned anything about it, but it was kind of fun to make.
I lost track of the Star Wars references and puns throughout it. I mean, did you like sit down and write out as many as you could, or was that just off the top of your head there?
No, I had a few more too, but I think they ran out of time.
They didn't all make the cut?
No, and there was one other clip. Maybe I can actually show it. I was going to try to include, but didn't quite figure out where to put it. See if I can find the raw footage of the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think you guys definitely committed more than I did.
Is this it? Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, that didn't get in
yeah,
there.
you needed to edit in like an actual lightsaber blade, right? Pull out
I
special effects.
thought about it, but I wasn't sure how long that would take to figure out.
Would have been
Pretty
worth
good
it.
at making the sound. I have
Yeah.
to give you and
It
singing
sounds
that
like
song at the
sounds like
end.
you had some practice with it.
Yeah, I love that shirt too. Actually wound up seeing random guy on a cruise I took last fall wearing one. And I'm like, I gotta find that.
Well, that was great. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that again, both of yours again. You're gonna upload them, right?
Yeah, they'll all be eventually uploaded, or maybe probably right after this. Kind of early
Yeah.
April Fool's Day, I guess.
Yeah, mine's uploaded. I just haven't made it public yet.
Yeah, same
So
here.
I just got to go switch it over from unlisted to public, and it'll be live.
Beautiful.
All right, adding a poll up.
Yeah.
Let's see who got the best video.
Oh boy,
What
okay.
people think.
Uh-oh.
I'm saying Alton, just from the special effects.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
song at the end may have clinched it.
Yeah.
Dave's was the most serious and informative. That's for
Yes.
sure.
Right? Yeah, no, I was trying to go like take it in a super serious route for a not serious watch.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm getting destroyed in this poll. I don't stand a chance.
What's it at?
Did you guys have fun making these?
Yeah, it was. I had fun. Yeah. That was some of the best macro footage I've been able to capture yet.
Yeah. It was a nice change of pace. Take something not serious and just really short for fun.
It was, absolutely. Although I probably spent more time on it than I have on a 8 or 9 minute video.
Okay. Well, just that intro alone
It
probably took a
showed,
few
though.
hours.
Yeah, all of the time was on screen there.
For the 60 views it'll get. Yep.
Oh, Alton's down to 50%.
Oh, but he's still ahead.
Give it another minute too.
Yeah.
And Pedro has 3 vintage Star Wars kids watches.
Oh, nice.
Are they still in the packaging?
Nice.
Well, this one is now collectible. Good luck tracking it down, guys. If you do, make sure you post a review of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it. Let's try and get this one into the Google algorithm.
Well, I did notice yesterday I got an email from Jomashop that said it was like special price down to like $8. I think it's normally what, like 20 or 30.
Yeah, I think we paid $20 for it. Better get on it quick.
$7 or $8 is definitely more in line with what it's worth.
I feel like
Alton's
you're
down to 46.
Dropping
it's
in the
getting
polls.
closer. Getting closer.
All right. While
I'll
people
call
are doing that, do you want me to reveal the watch that I purchased?
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right. Here we go. Drum roll. Is it yellow? Is it red?
Neither.
I cheaped out.
Whoa!
I went with the black and red.
Was the black the cheapest one? That's the red accent.
Yeah,
Not like a
red accent.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
So it does match your shirt better. I'll give you that.
It's probably a little more versatile, but I still don't think it's going to be subtle. I mean, it's a big watch. The Rangeman is a big watch, but I thought it was $245, and then there was a $50 credit towards the next purchase. So it's really $200 for a $450 watch. So I jumped on this. There you go. I cheaped out.
That plastic's gonna be worth gold. All right, so poll ended it. So Alton won with 46%, I got 30%, and Dave with 23.
I think that you should feel good, Shane, because they voted you last, and you actually did very, very well in the poll. So
yeah, low expectations.
A little humble pie for those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, well, great job, everybody. I loved all of the videos.
Thanks. And I don't know if you guys got time. DHL just dropped off a package. Did anybody, if there's time, I can do a live unboxing since I got the camera set up. If you guys are interested, it's from Wise Watches. Otherwise, you'll just see it later on.
I can stick around for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it won't take too long. Let's see. Wise Watches.
It's a big box.
Yeah, they have this. If it's like the last one, there's this whole really nice change that wooden box inside of it. Knife.
I need a real knife for unboxing videos. I'm using like a steak knife from the drawer. Sometimes people make fun of me.
Steak might be a little dangerous too. Thick plastic. And it's always hard. I want to try and like be careful not to actually cut anything inside the box.
Whoa, they still make packing peanuts?
Evidently, at least in Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but waiting for this one to show up all day, and they show up like 10 minutes before we go live. Except I might need a knife for this.
Oh, we got some guesses here. T. Carey, you might be onto something here. We'll see.
You must know what's going on with him. Maybe.
Somebody's been following Wise's releases.
It definitely packaged this thing nicely. Like 2 layers of bubble wrap.
Another layer.
Packing peanuts.
Wow. I've never handled a Wise watch, but they look really nice from what I can see.
Yeah, I have the 88 they sent over, which is the dive watch, and I was pretty impressed with that one.
How does... All right. Got to figure it out. There we go. Now the good stuff.
It is a nice packaging. You gotta give them that.
Packing peanuts on.
Another box.
Another box inside
And
the
another box.
Is it a Russian company?
Yeah.
No, Thailand, but
Nesting doll?
really nice wooden box. I got to give them credit for that. And what's in here? Oh, let's see if there's anything underneath here. Ooh, extra straps and some
Ooh,
packing.
nice.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know they were packaging extra straps with it. That's cool.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, I guess they did that with the diver too.
Yeah. Yeah, let me zoom in. So yeah, this is the remember the model number of it? It's their new Adamascus steel. Let me look it up.
Wow, look at that case.
8760 Damascus steel. I think it's got a Miyota 9019. So I'm not sure what the difference between a 9019 and a 9015 is.
Yeah, unwrap that thing. I want to see it closer.
And a shrink wrap. All right, and for this, give me 1 second. I'm going to put gloves on. It's just kind of my general policy that keep all the smudges and fingerprints to a minimum at least before I do macro shots. Otherwise, it's like they almost inevitably always show up somewhere, or lint or something.
That's absolutely true. I don't keep a new watch on the desk because it just gets dust in all the little nooks and crannies.
So
That's nice.
Yeah. Blue case.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. What a like the steel pattern is awesome.
It's like a graining almost, isn't it?
Yeah. Just really cool and interesting.
Yeah, it almost looks like a printer. It's hot, like I guess some kind of a die, but that's the actual steel, right?
Yeah, that's the actual steel of it. It's kind of the whole point when you get to Damascus too.
I would assume that it wouldn't show scratches quite as easily. It would obscure them. You
would think, and that might be good for Wise, because the diver they had was like polished to the nines, and that was one of my concerns with that, was that it would show scratches over time.
Does anybody know the difference between the 9019 and the 9015? I don't, off the top of my head. Look it up.
Same thing, basically lower clearance for the hands. Has the same thickness though. If that tells you.
Oh, so the overall thickness of the case can be a little thinner
then? Maybe not the case, but the crystal. So there's lower clearance, so I don't think you need as tall a crystal. Although it still has kind of a nice box. See if the camera can pick that up.
Yeah. What is the thickness on the watch then?
Good question.
If you got your calipers handy.
You want me to get my calipers, or do you want to just pull it up from their website? Let me get my calipers. Hold on.
Are those numbers at the ends of the indices?
Let me look closer. Yes, very, very tiny.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of an Aquaterra vibe on the dial, I feel like.
Yeah, a bit.
With those triangular.
I think it's just under 40, but I'll tell you in a second. So, case. Actually, I think it is a 40. This is on 39.4. It's that way. 37? Oh, that's. That's about 38 going from that point.
But the case protrudes out, right?
Yeah. Total thickness is about 11.5.
Pretty nice.
So it probably wears a little smaller than a 40.
Yeah. Let's see, what do they say it's 39 millimeter. 20 millimeter lug width, lug to lug is 47.
Yeah, they're sending me over the silver dial one, so I'll be looking forward to checking that one out too.
Is that the silver with the white indices or the silver with the off yellow indices?
I think it's with the white indices.
Okay. Yeah, because their diver had fantastic loom, so see how well this does.
Yeah, be curious.
Yeah, that was first time I ever had a Damascus case, and that's just weird, but kind of cool at the same time.
Does it give you any Swatch vibes?
Swatch vibes? No, it actually feels like metal.
Yeah, I know Mercur did a Damascus case watch, but they were charging a lot for theirs, like pretty high markup compared to their other watches.
Yeah.
Their pricing seems pretty in line with other regular stainless steel watches that they put out, so I'm kind of surprised at that. I think it's like around $700 right now on, like they always have, everything's always on sale, so I don't know how often it stays at that, but that there's not a lot of I don't know a lot of Damascus steel watches to compare it to, but it seems like a pretty good value for that.
We're talking about Mercure.
Yeah, so like there's for this one at least there's gonna be a black dial version, white with or silver with white indices, silver with the off yellow old radium, and then the blue one, which is the one I got.
Yeah, Mercure just came out with or not just, a little while ago, they came out with the Damascus steel case watch. And I think they're charging like $1,200 for theirs.
Oh,
Well, I'm boycotting Mercure. They still haven't paid me for when I shipped you that watch they mistakenly sent to me.
Oh, no.
how long ago was that?
I hold grudges for a while. I don't know, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know how much it was. I'll reimburse you for that because you're shipping it to me.
No, you won't. No. And if you paid me, I would lose the luxury of holding this grudge against them.
Yeah, little tiny. Oh, what happened? Little tiny Arabics kind of inner track that's got like the hour and then minutes on the outer. It's interesting.
So, is it a field watch or a sports watch?
I'm saying
Or a
sports
dress
watch.
watch?
Maybe it's got 100 meters of water resistance, so I'm saying it's more of like a sports watch.
Yeah.
Actually, is the crown screwed down? Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, with the loom markers and hands, I feel like, yeah, I think it's another one of those great kind of can do anything watches. You could use it as a dress watch. It can work as a sports watch.
Nice strap.
Yeah, the other strap is the other strap another leather strap, or did they package it with a rubber strap?
Oh, let me just see in a second. Keith, it's a Miota 9019. And actually, cool. The clasp is Damascus steel too.
Oh, cool.
It's definitely more flashy than the Mickey.
That Mickey is still pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Mickey would probably draw more attention than the
Probably.
Wise.
Isn't that the case?
So it's another leather strap, but not patterned.
So just a little bit more dressy.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's got the buckle on that one too, though.
Oh yeah. Definitely interesting. And I'll have a review out at some point next month.
Yeah, Pete, that's a good point.
So metal strap, Pete, or rubber? What are we talking? What does it need to have? Need a bracelet?
Yeah, I think a good bracelet watch from Wise is something I'd like to see. But when they're using stuff like, all polished.
Yeah. So that is the smallest
904L.
little mini tool I've seen come with anything. It's like.
It's got a pin pusher on the back. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Does it have drilled lugs?
Good question. No, it does not.
Yeah, assuming it's the same as the 9015 with hacking, hand winding, and the high beat rate.
Yeah, it just says it has a smaller clearance for the hands. At least that's what the internet pulled up.
Yeah, right. A Damascus bracelet would probably be a lot. A 904L stainless steel bracelet would probably be a lot.
Yeah, and it does bring up an interesting point too. Of Wise was known for their 916L steel or whatever it was. Now it's Damascus. I'm sure is different composition. So it's like, which would you rather have? The more highly polished or the zebra?
I feel like a Damascus steel bracelet would be just a little much.
Yeah.
I think I like that. I think I like that one on a strap a little better.
Yeah, it gives it some contrast.
I always wear my sports watches to the office, so I can put them on a leather strap, no problem.
Yeah. Maybe throw that one on the NATO.
Well, Dave, looks like you've become a bed.
Yeah. I think she was ready for her nap.
Is she still napping? How old is she now?
1.
Oh yeah, she's big. Yeah. Good for her.
About 1.5. But
yeah.
this is how she naps. If we put her down, she wakes up immediately. So
Whatever gets the job done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, does anyone have any questions for either of us, any of us? Or does any of you, either of you guys want to share something that's coming up?
I'm going to the lake today.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'm going to bed soon.
Oh, that's fun too.
I am working on the review for the Seiko Perpetual that also came out of this collection Conundrum when we got the
First
Vader
impressions.
Watch.
Does it live up to the hype you built it to?
I really, really like it, but the dial is too silver for me. I wish I'd gone for the black. And that was my first, like, oh, okay, because the images online were much more white. And I knew it was a silver dial, but sometimes it's white with a little fleck of silver. This is very silver. Doesn't ruin it, but yeah.
So, Keith, I had talked to them. I did that podcast a couple weeks ago. Hopefully their GMTs will be shipping near the end of the month, which means soonish. I think they were taking extra time trying to get them regulated. And there's a new diver coming out soon. I think they just started kind of a whole little web series of like the design process between it, which is kind of interesting. You go check out their YouTube channel. But I think there'll probably be more information on that as it comes out in the next month or two.
I think they said they're going to be restocking the GMT soon too, right? They sold out the first batch.
Yeah, I think the first batch is completely sold out. And I don't know if they're immediately going to be going to some new colorways, because I asked them, like, is there a Batman coming soon? And I think he said, I didn't give me a definitive answer on that, but they said there's some other interesting colors coming too, including, I think he said they were going to try to do a Joker colorway to go with the Batman. And I think
Batman that they're allegedly doing
may or may not be. Yeah. And then I think they said there's going to be a special Watch Crunch edition because they've been getting more active on Watch Crunch.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think they're going to send over one from the next batch for review. So I missed the first round of reviews on that. So
yeah, or they're sending out. I think they had some review samples of this. Like they changed up the candy corn colorway, so now it's a silver dial. Saw one of those. It actually looks pretty sharp. But I think the Pepsi Americana, they're calling it, is probably my favorite. Anybody going to wind up San Francisco? I'm going to say no, but at least I don't think Dave's flying in from Japan.
You're going to make that one.
Yeah, not making the drive from the Great White North.
Yeah, I'm all the way over in Texas. Which I wish there was a show here in Texas. Actually, I think there was one in Austin last year, but didn't get down to it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go into detail, but I definitely am going to take you through the functions and then send you over to Mark from Long Island Watch to actually, I might even make a second video on how to set this thing because I did have to spend about an hour figuring it out today.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before. That's the best way of doing it. Have a review on the watch, and then have another video just how do you use it.
But I have to say everything is customizable on it, so you never have to worry about something. Like I have a VK61 that I got Baltony, and the seconds hand, the chronograph hand sets back to 58, 59 seconds now, and there's nothing I can do about it. Where on this you can change everything.
Dave, is it easier?
Yeah, I actually have no idea. I've never even tried. I mean, they sell them on Japanese Amazon here. I've seen them there, but I haven't even done any price shopping to see if that's like a good price or what. Yeah, I haven't looked at the Grand Seikos at all here. I mean, I look at pictures of them and all, but not like price shopping or considering buying.
Yeah, I'd love to get one day, but I just have no idea which one I'd get. There's just so many of them, and I don't know if I'd want a dress watch or if I'd want one that'd be more I'd wear every day. But all right, any more questions? Jack says, "Look me." Anyone standing, wind up. he'll be at the bar.
Jack's got big plans. I love it. Enjoy.
If you guys meet Jack, post some pictures on Instagram.
There you go.
Maybe he'll buy you a beer.
One more question for Dave. How big into Casio are you, basically?
I'm not that. I mean, I like Casio, but no, I'm not tracking with the special editions. I've looked at some of the Edifice lines here, but yeah, I don't know that none of them just really grabbed me that much. But yeah, I'm not that familiar with the F1 edition, or really many of the special edition ones. I try and keep up with them a little bit, but yeah.
And you've been a little busy over the last year.
You know, yeah, I've mostly been going for the really budget ones, like the cheap digitals.
I never did. I was always kind of more of a Casio databank dork, and I didn't really like the swatches. But how about you guys?
Yeah, I never had a swatch. Still wanted to get one to check it out, but never had one.
Yep, Casio guy like you guys, but I always wanted one in high school, just never pulled the trigger, and I've wanted to purchase one now to review it, but I just can't seem to bring myself to spend the $150 or whatever it is.
I mean, I had one of my early reviews was the System 51, which was kind of an interesting watch, an interesting movement design.
Yeah,
I think that's dead now. I think that when they started doing the regular Powermatic 80s, it never really took off, and that was just it.
Yeah, Swatch was definitely cheaper in the 80s.
Yeah.
What was
Everything was.
Yeah, fill up your gas tank, 35 cents a liter. Now it's $1.80.
All right. Well, been on for about 48 minutes. I think that probably just about does it. I'm sure Alton's got to go to bed. What was it?
Yeah.
I said this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I promised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I promised my wife I'd be about 45 minutes, and she just walked by with a fistful of snacks and drinks.
Yeah.
So I guess that's my cue.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks for joining us,
See you guys
everyone.
all later.
And until next time.
Take care, everybody. Thanks, everyone else, for showing up in the chat. Good to see you all.